and use those to kind of amp up some of the shadows, because that could work very well. Just go in with like some of my Copic markers, because that would give me a very precise shadowing technique. I don't know how cruel that would be on the tips of those markers, but I guess if it was too terrible, I could always replace them. That's the nice thing about the Copic markers. I know I at least have some spare tips on hand for the fine liners. I don't know if I have any brush tips on hand. This material here is actually felt that I'm working with right now. The first feathers that we applied down here are felt that I stiffened, so basically I just took some of the sheets of this softer stuff here, and I just let it sit in a mixture of water and Elmer's glue for like a day or so, wrung it out and let it dry. But the feathers that we're going to be adding on top now are just going to be with this really soft felt material now. So, nope, no foam. I just like dumped feathers all over my lap. Yeah, definitely. I know that some people will use stiffened felt for like making wig, like bases for wig additions. I'm trying to think of an example. Like some of the Ace Attorney wigs that I've seen people make, they'll use stiffened felt as kind of like a base to wrap the hair for the spikes that he has around. That seems to work pretty well. That was actually a technique that I tried out a few years ago when I made a Ace Attorney wig for someone else. In the end, it was a trade for an Oreo cake. I traded an Oreo cake for many hours of work on a wig, which, I mean, it was a good cake, but to be honest, I think I probably should have asked for something other than cake as exchange for my hours of work, but, oh well. It was a chance to, I guess, experiment with materials that were provided for me, so I guess that was a good learning experience. Yeah, Warblade is very expensive, Flora. That's a downside for sure. Oh, hey, nice, Ruckus. What is it? Hopefully you didn't ask for cake as payment. I don't recommend it. Corvo's blade. Interesting. That's really exciting. So, do you have, what kind of a deadline do you have? Hopefully the turnaround time isn't too intense. Nice, Flora. Yeah, I mean, with any degree of care and patience, you can make a lot of different materials work very similarly. It's for a convention at the end of the year, a couple months away. Okay, nice, nice. Oh, nice. So yeah, you can whip that out pretty quickly then. Do you have to worry about shipping or anything like that, or is this something that you could hand off to them in person? Because I'm sure shipping on some props could add up. Oh, nice. Okay, yeah. Well, it's good that they live close. That'll definitely save some potential frustrations with shipping then. Very nice. Super exciting. Okay. Getting there, getting there. Got these last like stiffened felt feathers that I'm gonna save for the back of this. But I'll just keep on. I'm gonna cut out several of the small feathers again, and then we'll place them. Because I was getting back into that like cut one, place one pattern. So many feathers to cut out. When I go in with my marker or with my paint, I'm gonna have to try and count how many of these I made. It'd maybe just be easiest to count the front of one and then just multiply it by 4, because it'll probably be pretty similar front and back. Can stuff a pillow with all those feathers. Yeah, I probably could. Can make a Melia pillow after all of this. I could probably stuff a pillow with the scraps from all of this. Holy cow. My little like garbage can is just full of itty bitty felt scraps right now. I don't know how comfortable of a pillow that would be. But I guess I wouldn't know until I tried. Oh, I'm gonna stretch out my back again. Keep on like hunching over. Maybe scoot myself in a little bit closer to my desk so I can't hunch over. So if I'm sandwiched between the back of my chair and my desk, then hopefully I'll sit up straight. It's too easy to crouch over when I'm working on something small like this. I'll maybe bring the camera back a little bit. You guys can see my scrap pile now. Try to crack my back? Oh, I don't know about that one. I can kind of crack my neck on my own, but my back would maybe require help from someone else. Plus, I'd be a little bit afraid that I would unalign myself. I spent a lot of time this last winter going to a chiropractor trying to get everything straightened out. My spine wasn't quite how it should have been, so I'm a little bit paranoid to crack it myself. I could maybe go back and have the chiropractor crack it though, that would probably be good. I think more than anything I probably just need to have a nice soak in the tub with some Epsom salt or something, just to kind of relax my everything. I think that always feels good after a long day, to take like a bubble bath with some salts. I'm a fan of that. Also, I'm kind of tempted to pop the little thing on my finger from the hot glue. I'm sorry, guys. But I feel like that would maybe end really poorly. Flora asks, what is the next part? After these wings, I'm probably going to be doing a bit of fine detailing with paints and or markers. Most of next week for us will be sewing as far as the stream goes. So I'll be working on Melia's like poofy arms and the weird diamond skirt things that she has. I got some buttons in just the other day so we can make custom fabric buttons because on her skirt, like above each one of those little diamond segments, there's like a button of matching colored fabric for some reason. So yeah, I got like blank buttons so we can kind of punch our own with the fabric that I bought. So that should be an interesting adventure. Sewing fun times. If we have any extra time past that, I'm gonna try and get her staff put together, but